Okay, I think I'm live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of the Tribe Building Challenge. Today has been quite a day already for me. It's been busy, 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 and it will continue to be that way until this evening. So I'm really glad that I'm here with you. If anybody's here, come on in and say hi. Come say hi to me and let me know that you are here. Andrea, hello. Thank you for being here. Okay, so we're going to get started today, and I've promised that I'm going to try and keep these short, so hopefully I'll be able to keep this to under a half hour today. Today we're going to be talking about creating content for your tribe. But, hi Crystal, thanks for joining. But before we do that, I want to make sure that I have picked the raffle prize for yesterday's winner. So the prize for day number 2 is called I Am Magnificent. And it's a meditation visualization that I created that really helps to boost your confidence, like amazingly well. So, hi Joan. So the winner today, I'm picking from all the people in here. All right, the winner for the meditation audio today is, oh my gosh, who is this? Debbie Rice. Debbie Rice. Debbie, you are the winner for the meditation winner, the prize for day number 2, which is the audio meditation called I Am Magnificent. So I'll be sending that to you. I will PM you when we're done with today's training. So today we're going to be talking about creating content for your tribe. And this is really important. So, you know, we've talked a lot about being yourself this week, right? I mean, how important it is to show up with your own energy, with the energy that you have. And be yourself in the moment. Whoever you are in the moment, just really settle into it. There's some exercises that can help you just really ground and settle into, you know, yourself and really feel safe and secure. I find that before I do anything, before I go out to speak, before I do presentations, before I do my lives, I really feel, you know, get into a grounding place for myself, and I notice that it's the safety and security spot. So it's that lower root chakra that needs to kind of be just really grounded in, and once I can feel safe and secure there, I can be myself. So that's just a little tip that I wanted to share with you. I also wanted to mention that you can still purchase the whole package of all these videos and the handouts for just $27 through Friday. So if you want to pick that up, I posted the link, I believe, in the title of of this post today. So yesterday you found out how you can really connect with your tribe, how to find them. We talked about, you know, who they are, who your audience is, where they hang out, and how to connect with them. And today we're going to be talking about what kind of content to give them so that you can create a lot of engagement. So now that you know how to do your searches on Facebook, right? I taught you how to go in to some of the search areas and really, you know, pull up some keywords and look at what your audience is talking about and write it down. Keep track of that. You know, keep it on a document somehow. That is going to give you a foundation for today. So today we're going to focus on how to communicate your expertise. We're going to focus on what you have to include in your content in order to be really engaging. So the most important thing to do is to talk to your community. right? We talked about community, and I just did a Facebook Live with Dan Fowler, and he had a really great definition of community, which is the tribe you're building, right? That's your community. And what he said is that everyone has a role within the community. So remember on day one, I think I said we're not creating the kind of tribe where you're the guru that seeks adoration. That's not the kind of tribe we're creating. We're creating a tribe where everybody has a role. Everybody is just as important as the other person. You're the leader, that's your role, but the people within your tribe also have roles. And so if you think of it that way, I really liked that. Hi, Heather. Hi, Crystal. So I really liked that definition of how to view your community, because that is what we're creating. But as their leader, you want to be able to talk to them, right? You want to be able to understand what they need and tailor your trainings and your offerings to what they need. So I'm going to show you how to find that out in a minute. But this is how you build trust and loyalty. This is how you really build your tribe and engage and connect with your members, is when you ask them what they want. And then you give it to them in the trainings and offerings that you have. Because they're in your community because they are looking to you as the leader, right? Hey, Nancy, thanks for joining. And this, this community that you're creating, you want to give back to. They give to you by engaging and commenting and answering your questions. You give back to them your expertise, right? And so you get to teach, you get to do all your free trainings and paid trainings, and it's a give and take with your community, right? But you've got to know what they want. So it's important to talk to them. So ask your tribe, ask them, what do you want to hear about? What do you want from me? What can I help you with? And this, maybe sounds really super obvious, but it's something that I see not too many people doing. And I know when I first started with my nutrition practice, all I did was post facts and journal articles and, data, and it just wasn't connecting, because that's not what people wanted. People want, and in my mind at that, when I didn't know anything about marketing, I was thinking I was doing a great thing by posting things that were important, but it wasn't important to them. So ask your audience, what do they want? That's the most important thing. We can't, figure out why people won't engage with us, and then we feel like we need to pull out all these tricks that, tips and tricks. And sometimes it's just because we're not focusing on what they want. And so that's like the biggest message for today, is to find out what your audience wants and create that kind of content for them. So before you do anything else, ask them. And you can do this a number of different ways in social media, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So here's another thing. Nobody's going to trust your expertise if they can't see it for themselves, if they can't hear it, if they can't see you, if they can't get a taste of your trainings, right? So it doesn't matter what the format is. It could be written, it could be podcasts, it could be videos, it doesn't matter. The key is that you're showing up as you and giving them what they want. That's the key. That's the key to building trust and having people believe in your expertise, is that you're showing up for them. So that instead of, social proof is really important, and we'll talk about that next. But the thing about having people trust your expertise is that they get to evaluate. They're the ones that get to kind of look at you and read your stuff or watch your videos or, look at your posts and see, is this somebody that I want to follow? Is this somebody that resonates? Is this somebody I want to hang out with? Is this somebody who can help me with the problem I have? Is this somebody I can potentially collaborate with? I love what they're saying, or or they're not for me. But that's why being yourself is so important. And then showing people what you have. So being able to teach or be a role model is really important. This is what gives people the confidence to really become part of your community, right? Because they already have looked at you. They've already seen what you can do. They've already connected with you. So this is a process. It takes time, right? And I think we said that. People have posted about that. It takes time. So don't be hard on yourself if you're posting and you're not getting engagement. It just means that there's a little shift that needs to take place. Maybe you're not giving your people what they want. Maybe it's because you're not connecting at that level. So it's really simple to just ask them. Ask them what they want. And social proof is really important too, because we're all looking for shortcuts, right? We're all looking for the magic bullet. And social proof is a really good example of a shortcut, because people can actually read somebody's testimonial and go, oh my gosh, if she got that, I can get it. If they feel that way, I feel that way too. I might be able to feel that way. And so social proof is really important. Unless you're like this well-known expert out in your industry, you're going to need some social proof. You're going to need to have somebody that the results that you can get people. If they see you on a podcast, that's great. If they see you on summits, I know that I've seen people on a summit, and I thought, oh my gosh, what this person has is amazing. They must be somebody big. And when I go to their website or follow them on social media, I see that they're just starting. But the presence that they had when they showed up, I know they know their stuff. So it doesn't matter if they're just starting in their business. They know their stuff. And if they're showing up consistently, and if they're showing up and giving great value, then I'm gonna follow them, whether they're just starting or not. So it doesn't matter if you're just starting. You can build this up. It's possible. You can build that know, like, and trust, and it's by showing up. By showing up, it's by, getting out there, getting visible with other people, with other influencers, getting on podcasts, getting on summits, being interviewed in articles, however you can get out there so that people see you, so people start to notice you. Really important. And then they start to listen to what you're saying and begin to trust you even more. And then, we're also judged by the network, the people that we have around us, right? So it's like, who are you hanging out with? It's just like when you're a kid, right? Are you hanging out with the right people? You got the right crowd. So you want to be aware of the company that you're keeping. Are you a leader? Are you being the leader? And do you have people around you that can actually support you? Or do you have people that are not part of your people because they don't resonate with you and they're judging you? They're not part of your people. Don't let them be, they're not allowed to hang out. It's part of setting boundaries. But, try to build a community of people that you want to be around and that lift you up and support you. And you do the same with the people in your community. You do the same with the people in your tribe, in your audience. So if you're rubbing elbows with some influencers in the industry, if you know them, or if you can get on their podcast, or if you can connect with them and start posting and commenting and sharing their stuff, then your visibility is going to be elevated. You're going to be looking like, you know what you're talking about. Share their content. If your people want, the expertise in the area of your industry, don't make it all about your stuff. Share other people's content. That's called curating content. There's a lot of stuff that other people write that you don't have to write, but if you share it, you are still seen as the expert, and then you're seen as being connected to that higher influence. So does that make sense? Give me some thumbs up if that makes sense, you guys. Okay, so meeting key people, rubbing elbows, you can do it virtually, you can do it in person when you go to conferences. Don't just keep people's cards, connect with them afterwards and see if there's a way that you can collaborate, and see if there's a way that maybe you can share content with each other's audiences. So the key is, okay, thanks you guys. The key is really, finding out what your audience wants and then giving it to them. So now you know who your audience is, you know where to find them, and you know how to get in front of them now, and you are going to ask them what they want. Okay? So how can you do this? You can do it by posting the graphics with a question on it, like I do, like I've been doing every day. You can, and yours can be prettier. I'm not a graphic artist, but you can create these memes that have questions on them that you ask people a question on the meme. It could be a question of the day. It could be a question of the week. The other thing is, hey Don, the other thing is, and Layla, thanks for joining. Joan, you guys are awesome. Heather, thank you so much for showing up. So when you're creating questions, you could do it through a graphic, you can do it through a poll, you can survey your email list. You can, you can go into groups and ask questions. So it doesn't just have to be, your group. It could be other people's groups, right? So ask questions, ask people what they want, and then give it to them. So simple. And you want to ask questions about the area that you are an expert in. Like, I'm not going to go ask somebody, I'm not going to go ask a question, who wants to know about landscaping? Because I don't know anything about landscaping. So that wouldn't be a question I would ask. I would ask questions about, who wants more visibility, who wants to build their tribe, who wants to get clear on their audience, who wants to, who has trouble with their message, all the things that are in my wheelhouse of expertise. So you ask questions within your area of expertise so that you find out what people want. And then it's super easy to give them content, to give them something that they want. They tell you, you give it, they love you. It's easy. Simple as that. So I did good. I kept it to almost 15 minutes today. So what I want you to do is I want you to go into your groups. I want you to look at the keywords, find out what people are, complaining about, find out what people are, looking for solutions, what their challenges are, what their desires are. Do some polls if they allow you to. Do polls on your own page. You can't really do them in your page. You can do them in a group if you have a group. But you could do a survey. You could do a question on your page, on your profile page. Let's see, Heather. What's the best way to get that exposure to do podcasts and summits? Find out who has a podcast and ask them if they want people to interview. People are always looking for people to interview. So go into your industry, go into the podcast section of your industry section, find out who are the influencers, who's got podcasts that, something that you could speak on, and contact them. You can find them probably on Twitter, you can probably find them on Facebook, you might be able to find their email and send them an email and just say, hey, I've got some great content. I'd love to be a guest on your show. What do I need to, what's your criteria? So I think, Heather, the thing is figuring out how you want to get exposure, and then asking people that have the avenues that can get you that exposure. Same for summits. There's people doing summits all the time looking for great, great speakers. The thing about summits is usually you have to have an email of about 5,000 people before they'll even, look at you. And so that's the importance of building an email list, which is what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be on how to grow your list and grow your tribe. So I'm going to give you some great tips on that. I've got the action guide that's going to go out in the email. And I know that some people came in late, so the email also includes day 1 and day 2 action guides. Yes, and so today you'll get today's action guide, and tomorrow we're going to be talking about growing your list. And I also have a webinar that I would love to invite you to that's happening next week. And this webinar is how to stand out in a crowded market online. So Heather, this might be something that's perfect for you because I'm going to be giving you some tips on what it takes to actually get visible online. So that link to the webinar is also in your email, and I would love to have you sign up for that. And let's see if there's anything else I need to tell you about. I think that is it. So tomorrow's gift is going to be, tomorrow's prize, whoever engages the most today on the question of the day and has engaged, I'm keeping track, so keep engaging, keep supporting each other, keep asking questions. This is all amazing stuff. You guys are doing an awesome job. And so tomorrow, tomorrow's prize is being a guest expert on my expert interview series. So if you if this is something that you'd like to do and get more visibility, then this is a prize that you want. So okay, well, this is it for today. If you have questions, make sure and tag me if they're not in this thread. I'm going to go through this thread and get to everybody. Eventually my day is cram-packed, but I will get to you guys this evening. And if you have questions, make sure and tag me if it's in a separate post. And that's about it. So I hope this was valuable for you, and I will see you tomorrow when we're going to be talking about how to grow your tribe and how to grow your list. Okay, we'll see you later. Thanks, you guys. You're welcome.